Davis Brahman of Riverside into the semifinals of John Harris Invitational. Davis, you really had to earn it, but thoughts on tonight and how you're feeling?
Yeah, I had a pretty tough quarterfinals match. A kid I've never wrestled before. It went into triple overtime, but I gutted it out. It's pretty good.
Kind of a low-scoring match. Didn't really feel like either one of you could get to your offense early on. I know you're kind of an offensive-minded wrestler. How tough are matches like that?
It was pretty tough not being able to get to my shots because he was a little shorter, so he had a pretty good stance the whole time, but I just had to get through it.
I think he got in on a shot. I don't remember if it was in the third period overtime, but you were able to defend it off. And obviously, a 1-1 match, very defensive. Thoughts on your defense tonight?
I thought that my head hands defense and stuff has been really good this year, and I put that on display tonight.
This is a really tough bracket. How just relieving is it to find a way to get a win like that?
It was pretty relieving, just so I know that I don't have to fight all the way back and get third. I can go wrestle in the semis and hopefully make it to the finals.
Overtime, you were a hammer on top to start, and then you end up being able to get the escape to win it. Just take us through overtime.
I just rode him out and when he chose down. And then I knew that I was in better shape because we've done a lot of stuff. We're in really good shape, and I knew I could get out from bottom.
Familiar opponent now to start the semifinals tomorrow. But overall, kind of thoughts heading into tomorrow?
Just go out and try to dominate.
Seth Albin of Southwest Iowa into the semifinals here at the John Harris Tournament at 126 pounds. Seth, you go tech fall pin tonight. What are the thoughts and how are you feeling after the night?
I thought I wrestled pretty good. I was a little gassed in some of the positions I felt like, and I didn't finish them. But overall, I was really technical, and I felt fast and strong, and just back to what I should do.
Mentioned your first match, you go tech fall. That's a sign that you're getting to your offense. What were you doing well offensively?
So in that match, I was really good on my feet, and seemed to be reaching a lot. And I'd tie up his arms, and he shot a lot of bad shots, and it made it able for me to score off of him, which made the match go seem a lot faster.
Quarterfinal match, you get a pin. What clicked there?
So stood up, and I was in a position I'm comfortable in. I work on all the time and knew what to do, and took him for a big throw and stuck him.
You've had a really good career, and I know you want to end it strong. How do you go about that?
So I've got a couple goals left. One of them's gold medal at state. Got nothing to lose. Might as well go for it all, and career win record for my school.
Tough bracket tomorrow. What are kind of the thoughts going into that, and what's it going to take for you to have success?
It's going to take a lot of just hard wrestling for me to have success. I completely believe in myself, and I'm right there with the next 2 or 3 guys that are right there in the semis with me.
Oh, Lincoln Keeler of Creston with a nice win tonight. He's on to the semifinals, the John Harris Tournament. Lincoln, a heck of a match, a nice win, and you're back in the semis. What are the thoughts?
I'm just super pumped and super happy to be here with the boys.
A sudden victory win against a really, really good wrestler in Tully Wood from Wayne. Kind of take us through that match and what did you do that allowed you to come out on top?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great wrestler, especially for being how young he is. I don't know, I just trusted my training. I knew I'm not super good on my feet, but I can stay calm on my feet, especially in those bigger situations like overtime. I've been there. I'm a senior. I've been in that spot, and then obviously just training in the room, we train all those scenarios. You know what I mean? So I just kind of felt like I had the upper hand and just didn't look back and just kept going.
You've been at it now for 4 years. You think to where you were, in this term as a freshman, to where you are now, and the growth you've made. Speak to that.
Realistically, this has always been one of my better tournaments. I've wrestled better at this tournament than most other tournaments every year. Freshman year I got second. Sophomore year I got third, which was kind of upsetting. And last year I won it. And then I got a tough bracket this year, which we'll see how it goes. And obviously already tough competitors, but I don't know. I can't really put an answer to that question.
You mentioned, that this is a tough bracket, and having won it before, is there any added pressure that you put on yourself to come out here and do well?
No, I think not really. I think almost more the calm I stay. Last year I came into the tournament as a 3 seed. The kid I had in the finals that beat me the year before at John Jay, he beat me in the couple tournaments in the past. Last year, I mean, I just stay calm and collective and tell myself we're all humans. No one's better than anyone. Just go out and wrestle.
So you know what it takes to win here. What's it going to take tomorrow?
Hard work. That's all it's going to take. I mean, I got to eat right, drink right, get some good sleep tonight. But other than that, just keep doing my thing.
Team's performing well through the first day. Thoughts on that?
Very excited. That's my favorite part about the thing. I mean, we're going for our 4th title this year at John Jay, and that's something that's always been a little bit bigger to me than most, considering how big the tournament is. It's super local, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's about it. I'm super pumped for the guys.
Well, Shadows, Cole Scammon into the semifinals, the John J. Harris tournament once again. Cole, man, you had to earn it, but you're moving on. What are the thoughts?
I thought that I did a great job wrestling. I thought I did not stop. Brandon Briley, very good opponent. We've wrestled many, many times over my high school career. I think we're 4-3 now. Great match. Love wrestling Brandon. He's a very tough opponent.
You got taken down early, right? And you were kind of down early, and then you're able to get a flurry of points late and win it. Take us through the match, and what was the key there?
I think getting taken down early, not really ideal, but again, you gotta face adversity, get through it. I've been working on my stand-up, my switch, all my bottom moves, all season. Me and Briley wrestled beginning early in the season at Riverside. He beat me 2-1. I've been preparing all season in the practice room to get back at him and to win this tournament.
Yeah, how big of a win is this?
Huge, ginormous. It feels so great. I feel so accomplished, and I love it. I love feeling it.
Now you get a chance to go against the guy that beat you in the finals last year in Dylan Stein of Lennox. I'm sure that's easy to be motivated. Tell me what you got to do tomorrow to have success.
I think I got to be really patient. Feel how Dylan Stein is throughout the tie. He's lefty, so he left-hand collar tie a lot. So I got to kind of think about how I can work around that and how to score from that.
Well, Shadows, Jacob McGargle is into the semifinals here at the John Harris tournament. Jacob, couple wins under your belt tonight. Just what are the thoughts?
I thought I wrestled good, wrestling through positions, wrestling hard. Everything's kind of flowing right now. Can't wait for tomorrow.
The last couple weeks obviously have been tough with the weather and really not having any duels or tournaments and probably not having much practice either. Was there any concern of there being rust, or were you feeling pretty good from the opening whistle tonight?
There was a little concern. I mean, not having that duel on Thursday against some of the better teams. The better teams like Creston and Denison, that would have been a lot more helpful, but weather's weather, I guess.
You get your offense tonight. Tell me a little bit about what was clicking for you on the offensive side.
What was really clicking was a lot of my snaps. The snap downs were looking pretty good, and high crotches, outside singles, everything was kind of flowing tonight. Felt really well.
Didn't get out of this round last year, so to kind of show the improvements you've made, what does that kind of say?
Hard work pays off. Everything you do in the off season will come back, and it will help you so much.
Tough tournament, still a tough bracket ahead. What's the approach for you tomorrow, and how do you try to put yourself in the best spot possible?
Same thing today. A lot of offense, keep my offense rolling, everything. Keep defense strong, keep everything rolling.
Well, Milo Staver of Creston into the semifinals here at the John J. Harris tournament. Milo, quite the win for you in the quarterfinals to get onto the semifinals. What are the thoughts?
Just coming to the tournament hoping to wrestle above where I was seated and just try and do the best I can.
I feel like, looking at 157, I think it's one of the better brackets, in this tournament. So when you've got tough competition like that, speak to the challenge, but maybe kind of the motivation that brings as well.
So looking at my bracket, seeing there's quite a few good wrestlers in it. Some have beat me before. It just lets me know I have to get ready for my matches more than I usually do, and just be ready to wrestle the best I have.
Fun quarterfinal win against a really good opponent. Kind of take us through that match and what you did well.
So that match, I haven't wrestled that kid before, but I knew he was pretty good, and obviously he qualified for state last year. So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't let him take me down at all, and I wanted to get ahead of him, scoring him a few times before I got the match over.
On to the semifinals now tomorrow. I mean, how do you try to attack it again? It's a tough bracket, so not going to be easy, but what's the approach and what's the goal?
So the approach is that I'll have to, before the match, I'll have to get a really good warm-up in so I'm nice and loose and ready to go, and try to take my mind off the pressure of the match so that I can loosen up and wrestle better.
Southwest Valley's Ian Forsyth in the semifinals here of the John J. Harris tournament. Ian, man, what a match for you, and you're on to the semis. Just what are the thoughts right now?
Just try to keep doing better, try to fix what I did with mistakes. I need to get better with my shots and help just do what I've done and capitalize on what I need to do better.
As a wrestler at Southwest Valley, when you wrestle in this tournament, how much added pressure, how important is it to have some success?
I feel like it's a big deal this year. Past few years, I've done okay, but I haven't really done great. Now, I'd just like to do really well here once, just because it's our home tournament, and I just want to keep building on our legacy here at Southwest Valley.
Down in the third period, you hit a 5-point move, end up winning it. Take us through that sequence and what set that up.
So he was on top, and I got him, so he was over my head, and then his legs were close to his head, so I locked him up, and I was trying to move him backwards, but it wasn't working. He got to his base. So then I knew that if I didn't do something soon that he was going to get the match, so I rolled over my head and tried to get him pinned, but that didn't work, but I got the points and won the match.
To win a close match like that against a good field, how big is that?
It's much bigger. I mean, throughout my years I have been wrestling just since 7th grade, so I don't have a lot of experience like most of these guys have. But I try to work and get better on what I do know and just work on what I've learned over these past couple of years in high school and just keep working and building on what I've built for myself.
On to tomorrow. What's it going to take to have success tomorrow?
I'm going to have to do better on my feet. I'm not going to be able to do that one save my whole match move. I'm going to have to do it throughout the whole match, and it's going to just have to capitalize on everything.
Bryson Harris with Clarendon in the semifinals here at the John Jay Tournament, 190. Bryson, a couple of matches, a couple of pins for you, and you're one of the final 4 left in your weight class. What are the thoughts? How are you feeling after tonight?
Feeling good. Just need to make sure I get my warm-up properly. It's kind of hard to tell when you're going to wrestle, not knowing how long the match is really going to be. So you always just got to be ready.
2 pins, like I said. Kind of take us through those matches and what you were able to do well that made that happen.
Yeah, first match, I know second seed going into it. I knew the kid would be decent, but maybe not one of the best. Just went in there, aggressive, did my thing. And that second one there, I wasn't really sure how he wrestled. I just kind of went there not knowing, felt him out, and ended up getting the pin in that one.
Offensively, when you're at your best, what are you doing well? Where's that success coming from?
Working every day with Carson Downey in the room, people like him and Mason Nally really pushing me in practice.
You mentioned, Carson obviously has been doing this a while and has had a lot of success. To have somebody that, 1, you can test yourself against, and 2, maybe in a way look up to, how big has that been for you?
That's been huge. Just he sees something doing wrong in practice, helps me out. Just him pushing me every day really just been helping me get through this postseason.
Looking to tomorrow, how do you try to put yourself in a good spot tomorrow? What do you have to do well?
I got to come in here, eat a good breakfast, knowing I got to warm up properly as well.